When I broke into design, 30 plus years ago, we used to do highly rendered drawings, perspective drawings, showing what the project would look like. We had to do it in pencil. Today, with all the newest computer imagery, we can actually take photographs or even build on photos and plug in all the landscape plants. This is a Coosa dogwood, a pink flowering azalea, a endless summer blue hydrangea series. This is all computer generated. None of that exists yet. That building doesn't exist. This is a chance we had to do one that we created everything from the beginning. So the walkway design splits, it curves, it goes to two different patios, and we have the weaving hedge that goes between them. Underneath you have the high trees that you're walking underneath and through the planting. So it creates a lot of interest. The most important thing on a new design, if you're doing the whole process of the front yard, you want to establish some sweeping lawn bed mulch lines. And that's created by having like the parts of the puzzle, dramatic curves, and one curve fits into the space of another curve. You can see them repeating. So that creates a lot of impact. A lot of times we'll get to a site where the house and the walkways and things are already done by others. We have a straight walkway. That's one of the problems sometimes. It doesn't have a lot of interest, kind of tends to look like a bowling alley. So what we end up doing is creating a curved kind of hedge line that run through the walkway on either side of it. And then you have some trees that you walk underneath and through the landscape, and you have a canopy over your head. It creates so much more interest and the space becomes so much smaller. You want to establish the correct forms, the repetition, contrast, balance, and color. Bed surfaces can be treated with the different colors of mulch. If you're near the seashore, sometimes seashells you can use. A lot of times we can develop at a focal point, maybe even by a walkway or by a little plaza or patio or backyard. We can establish a little water feature. We have some nice multi-tiered fountains. They're pretty dramatic. You hear the water flowing, pretty maintenance-free. We can even put one that's the water completely disappears. It goes into the ground. It's just like cut rocks and flows over the surface. And relatively inexpensive to have a nice little waterfront feature at your property. We do some ponds. Ponds a lot of times are taking a larger space of somebody's property. So pond isn't for everyone, but a pond is beautiful because it creates a whole nother feature that you can put in the fish and kids gravitate to that. And then we do a lot of municipal street tree planting. That's one of our big projects we do both in the spring and in the fall. We probably do at least 8 or 10 different cities and towns in the eastern Massachusetts area. We generally plant between 1,000 and 1,500 trees annually.
I'm Chris Hayward. I'm the tree warden for Watertown, and I've been working with Leo's Landscape Nursery for almost 7 years now. I've been lucky enough to have him win our contract since I've been on board. And we're not just plunking them in the ground, they're actually caring about the tree. They're looking at the root system, backfilling with good clean loam, making sure the root flare is exposed. They put a lot of care into their planting, and it really shows.
That's pretty much a quick synopsis on landscape design, for residential planting. You want an immediate effect, but you want something that's going to look good in the forms over a 20-year period. So that's the scope of the kind of work we do all across the board.